So, good day ma'am. I am the first reporter of Group 4. So, introduction, what is IRR? So, IRR is a metric used in financial analysis to estimate the profitability of potential investment. So, depende ma-estimate yun mo ang imong profitability kay depende ra man sa imo og pila mo ipatong sa imong gi-invest. So, it represents the discount rate that make the net present value NBP of a zero. So, if wala kay patong, imong net present value is zero. So, next is higher IRR generally indicates a more attractive investment. So, kung mas taas imong patong, so mas dako gid imong kita or imong net profit ini makabayad na tanan. So, for example na is ga-invest ka og 100,000 in 5 years. So, if every year 20,000, so pagabot og 5 years mabalik ra nimo imong invest. So, if every year mag patong ka og 10%, so naid kay net profit in every year. So, mabalik pa imong investment tas napud kay kita. Thank you.
IRR, or the internal rate of return, is the discount rate that makes the NPV, or the net present value, of an investment equal to zero. It represents the expected rate of return of a project or investment. The IRR calculation formula is NPV, net present value, is equal to CT, or the cash inflows at time, divided by parenthesis 1 plus IRR, then to the power of time period, minus CO, or initial investment, is equal to zero. So, in steps of calculation, first is estimate cash inflows, initial investment plus future inflows. Then step 2 is use trial and error or financial software tools, example like Excel. Then use the IRR values function, input the cash flow series, initial investments as negative. Then step 3 is to compare the IRR to the company's required rate of return, or the cost of capital. So an example of IRR calculation is, suppose the following cash flows are: initial investment, year is negative $100,000. Year 1 is $30,000. Then year 2 is $40,000. Year 3 is 50. Then so on, it's 60. In Excel, inputs the values negative 1,000, negative 3,000, negative 4,000, 5,000, and so on, and use IRR to calculate the IRR. Decision rule: accept the investment of IRR. Cost is greater than the cost of capital, required rate of return. So, accept the investment of IRR shall be greater than the cost of capital. Then, reject the investment of IRR is lesser than the cost of capital. So, that's the decision rule when it comes to internal rate of return, or IRR. So, ang limitations niya, the limitations are: IRR assumes cash flows are reinvested at the IRR rate, which may not be realistic. It may produce multiple IRRs for non-conventional cash flows, alternating positive and negative values. So in summary, IRR is a useful tool to evaluate investments, and its calculation relies on finding the rate that makes the NPV zero. It is best used alongside other methods of NPV for decision making. So overall, that's what I've learned of IRR, and that's all.
Internal rate of return, IRR, kilisod siya mahibalaan na pamaagi ko ang ilang imong gakakita sa pamuhunan kada year. Mura ni siya og ginaingon nila nga magic number kung ang imong pamuhunan kay nindot nga idea. I-compare ang IRR sa imong minimum na kita. Imagine mo na kay minimum na kita na gusto nimo or ma-achieve. Pero sa 10% ko ang imuhang IRR kay mas taas pa kaysa sa 10%. It means nga malamang kakakita ka ug mas better pa sa imong minimum na goal. Importante nga timanan nato. Dili tanan ginaingon sa IRR, dili dapat isa alang-alang kung ang pila ang kwarta na imuhang need sa pamuhunan kung magsugod pa lang ka sa imuhang negosyo.
And to continue, I'm Megsi Baisa, and my topic is IRR and other investment metrics. When evaluating investment, it's crucial to consider multiple metrics to get comprehensive view of other project financial potential. Here's a comparison IRR of other common investment. First is IRR, internal rate of return. Measure the rate of return with the NPV of investment equals 0. It's great for evaluating project based on the rate of return. However, it's assumed reinvestment the IRR itself, which can be unrealistic. Also, it may produce multiple rates if cash flows can direction. Next is NPV. NPV, net present value. Net present value calculates the total value created by investment. It's a direct measure of a dollar value added to the business and consider the time value of money, making it more reliable than IRR. However, it's sensitive to the discount rate and can be less initiative than IRR. Third is payback period. Payback period measure how long it takes to recover the initial investment. It's simple and quick but ignores the time value of money and any cash flows after the payback period. Last is ROI. ROI, return on investment, is the total return on investment relative to its cost, often used for simple comparison, but it doesn't account for the time value of money or the size of investment. In a metrics, strength in IRR show probability and rate of return, while its weaknesses can be misleading with non-conventional cash flows. Next is NPV in strength. NPV, direct value measure, consider time value of money, while weaknesses, sensitive to discount rate, can be harder to interpret. Next is payback period in strength. Simple and easy to understand, ignores time value of money, while weaknesses, no consideration for cash flows after payback. Last is ROI. In a strength, easy to calculate and compare, while weaknesses is ignore time value of money, size of investment. For example, in investment requiring an initial outlay of 100,000 pesos with project cash flow of 30,000 annually for 5 years. IRR give them 15%, while NPV give 10 discount rate. While payback period, they give 3.33 years, while ROI they give 50%. IRR show the project return rate, while NPV reveals the added value, while payback period is simple but ignores future cash, while ROI is a high-level comparison. And that's all. Thank you.
The internal rate of return, or IRR, it is a method of popular financial metric used in capital budgeting to evaluate the profitability of potential investment. Here's detailed discussions of each the advantages and disadvantages. This is the advantages of the internal rate of return method. First is time value of money. The IRR method accounts of the time value of money, meaning it is considers the represents of value of future cash flows, which is crucial for accurate investment analysis. Second is ease of understanding. It provides a single percentage figure that can be easily compared against a required rate of return or cost of capital. The third is comparisons of project. The IRR allows for the comparisons of different projects or investments on common basis, helping decisions makers choose the most profitable option. The fourth is decision rule. A project is generally considered acceptable if the IRR exceeds the required rate of return, providing a clear decision-making criterion. Lastly is focus on cash flows. The method emphasizes cash flows rather than the accounting profits, which can provide a more accurate picture of project's potential profitability. This is the advantages of the IRR method. First is assumptions of reinvestment rates. One major drawback is the assumptions that future cash flows can be earned reinvestment at the same rate as the IRR, which may not be realistic. Second is multiple IRRs. For the projects with non-conventional cash flows, it change signs multiple times. There can be a multiple IRRs leading to confusions and misinterpretation. The third is owner's project skills. The IRR does not consider the size of the project. A smaller project with a high IRR might be less profitable. It is absolute terms than a larger project with a lower IRR. Lastly is complexity in calculations. While the concept is easy to understand, calculating the IRR can be complex, especially of projects with irregular cash flows, the requiring of interactive methods or financial calculators.
Hello everyone, I am Michaela Gasparil Tabilian and I will be talking about the usage of IRR in real-world scenarios. Ang IRR or Internal Rate of Return kay isa ni siya ka-important ni metric sa pag-evaluate sa mga investment decisions. Ginagamit siya sa daghan ng mga scenarios aron na mas masabtan ang mga benefits sa usa ka project. Here are some of the practical applications of IRR. In terms of capital budgeting, sa capital budgeting, ang mga company nagagamit sa IRR aron matino kung unsa nga mga project ang angay investan. For example, kung ang usa ka company nagtan-aw sa pag-launch og bagong product o sa pagpalapad sa operations, ang IRR makatabang sa pag-decide kung asa ang mas maayong investment based sa projected returns. Next is the real estate investment. Ang mga real estate investors nagagamit sab sila og mga IRR aron na ma-evaluate ang potential nga kita gikan sa property investments. So, kung ang isa ka investor nagplan siya nga magpalit og property nga kantidad og 200,000 pesos, kung nag-expect siya og annual rental income nga 25,000 pesos, pinaagi sa pag-compute sa IRR, iyang mabalan kung kini ba kay mas maayo siya compared sa uban nga paggamit sa investment opportunities. Next is the franchise evaluation. Sa pag-evaluate sa mga franchise opportunities, ang IRR makatabang sa pag-determine kung ang franchise ba nga ang franchise ba kay maghatag siya og maayo nga return on investment or dili. Ang mga franchise investors mag-compute sa IRR based sa expected cash flows of initial investment aron masiguro nga ang ilang decision magkahatag og profit. And the last one is the venture capital. Ang mga venture capital firms nagagamit sila og IRR aron nga ma-assess ang profitability sa mga startup companies. So, through sa pag-compute sa IRR, makuha nila ang idea kung unsa ka maayo ang potential returns gikan sa ilang investments. O they will be able to choose kung unsa nga company ang naitaas nga IRR para ilahang suportahan. So, in conclusion, ang IRR kay isa ka powerful tool nga nagatugot sa mga investors o decision makers nga makasabot og makapili og maayo sa mga investments based sa projected returns. Sa paggamit niini, mas mapadali ang pag-decide ug siguro nga ang resources magamit sa labing epektibo nga paagi.
Hi everyone, to continue. So in conclusion, the IRR or the internal rate of return provides a valuable truth. It's not complete method for evaluating investment opportunities, but we've explored that its definition, the discount rate yielding a zero or NPV net present value, learn its calculation through both conceptual and practical examples, and understood how to interpret its result by comparing it to hurdle rate, which higher IRR generally indicates a more attractive investment. We've also highlighted crucial limitations: IRR insensitivity to project scale, its susceptibility to changes in cash flows, and its lack of explicit risk assessment. So therefore, effective investment decisions require a broader approach, incorporating the metrics such as NPV, payback period, and ROI, along the side a truth consideration of each investment specific risk profile and context. By combining the insight provided by RRR with a holistic analysis, you can make more informed and robust investment decision. So IRR is a good tool for assessing the profitability of investment, but it's not perfect and should be used with other measures to assess risk and the detail of each project. So in analysis, you can make more informed and robust investment in decisions.